Okay, I left the water bottles there at the spring because today I had mentioned before that I would take you guys down to the river at some point. So yeah, I come up from there all the way up there at the top is where the cottages are, and you kind of zigzag down through here, hit the spring, and then you can keep following this trail. And come down. It comes, water comes through there. I don't know if we'll be able to see it, but you'll be able to hear it. Comes out down there and goes down to the river. I assume these videos are going to be hitting different audiences for quite some time. Because it's called Spend Time in Nature. My daughters and I were doing hikes in the forest trails up in the Sierras where we lived. And since then, we've sold our business, and my wife Valentina and I have both moved out here while our kids have stayed behind until we get settled. And then the plan is they come and join us. So some people that follow this channel may not care about what I'm about to talk about, because it's for those who kind of know us and are following us what we're doing. Look how beautiful this is. Just to fill you guys in on Valentina and I, she does work at Sam's Club, and they put her as a manager position right away. So she has really weird hours and all over the place and days, and I applied at Home Depot. We both applied a lot of places and got hired a lot of different places, but this is where we landed for now. I'm at Home Depot in the flooring department, and my hours are all kind of weird too. She has a full-time position, mine's part-time, and we were okay with that because when we get this property that we need to get or want to get, I'll be spending half my time working at Home Depot and then the other half developing the property, because it's going to be raw, the land, so we need to develop it. So that's what's going on with that, and my hours and her hours are rarely matching up. So I was wanting to do this hike with her, but just one thing or another is happening. And it's interesting here how the weather is so awesome, and the fact that it rains every few days, at least so far, and so it stays cool so far, and green, but it kind of limits your hiking sometimes. And anyway, it's been a long time since I've got out and spent time in nature, which I kind of preached on at the end of every video, was to get out there. So we've been traveling around and looking for places to live, and landed here, and it's just been go trying to get property and then getting jobs. And as we notice when we're on the same page and we're together and everything's flowing, everything just falls into place, and whatever's the best for us kind of happens. So we just do our part and then see what happens. Some pretty flowers here. I don't know what they are. Starting to hear some water again. Anyway, the goal of this hike is to get down to the river, and I'll show you guys that. But just to keep you guys up on, what's going on with us. That's kind of where we're at. We're hoping our kids, maybe, even if they take longer to get out here, that they'll at least come out and visit us once to see the place. Oh, this is so beautiful through here. So green. Nice temperatures. So I continue on with my little talk. I talked about spending time in nature, and I guess I kind of had it in the back of my mind, kind of excusing myself a little bit, but it's just been go, that our cabin sits in the forest. So I do spend time in nature. I'm living in it. And, on days that I don't get up early to go to work, I go out and sit in the sun for a little bit, look at the sun. Sometimes in the evenings we'll sit out just in the porch and listen to the nature. The other day I saw something I hadn't forgot was here and hadn't seen in a long time. Don't have out west is fireflies in the evening when I got home. That was really cool. And another, I'm not a bird watcher or anything, but it's pretty cool to see the cardinals around because those aren't out west where we lived. So yeah, it's been a lot of spending time in nature, just not your traditional hiking or walking or being out on the water or whatever. Walked a lot of property, sat on a lot of property, just to try to get the vibe. So yeah, spending time in nature, been doing it, just not the traditional way. Another thing to get used to here in North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, this whole area, which we're not used to so much in the Sierras. We have water there, but during the summer and spring it starts to dry up. This kind of thing is just everywhere here. Thing we noticed here is that nature is not struggling like in the Sierras it does from the fires and the droughts and the, or at least that's what they call it. Here there's so much green and everything grows and rains year round that nature doesn't struggle, and when nature's not struggling, the people aren't struggling as much. It's good on the psyche to see green everywhere. It's like I got a choice to make. This is not really, I don't know if this is an official trail or not, but I've not seen trailheads to it. The trail starts on our property at the cottage, and then it also starts on the road at the edge of the property on the main road. But there's still not a trailhead, it's just gated. I don't know if this is beautiful through here. Just beautiful. Wow guys, I did not know. It seems like there's a really nice swimming hole here. Looks like the water gets deeper out here, so I'm not gonna risk it just in case I don't know something about the flow underneath. Came down on a path right there. This is the water coming from our spring, and other water that's flowing from other creeks comes in right here. We're all gonna have to come down here sometime because this is a nice little swimming spot. Like, it gets deep out there. I kind of walked over there. Trying to not get my shorts wet, but they got a little wet. Anyway, it is gorgeous here. And it was about a mile, according to my Garmin, like a mile and a half down here. It's beautiful. Came down just a little bit from where I was, followed the trail a little bit. You might just see if it goes down how easy it is to get to a couple other little accesses. See if they're already. So I came in from that trail there, kind of went around here and looked at some of the river, and then I saw there's cans in here, but I guess a long time ago people were having fire down here by the water. You could actually pitch a tent here and stay for the night probably. Beautiful little spot. That beautiful pink flowers up here. Alright, I came from over there, I was way down there. Looks like I kind of found a cool stadium view here. Beautiful. I need to find out what's the name of this road. Well, the trail continues to go that way. I have no idea how long it goes. But I'm going to go ahead and turn around and go back. Don't want to get too far not knowing where I'm going. So we'll head back. It's been a treat on my day off to come out here and see the river, where actually 30 years ago I'd been down here when I was in my early 20s when I came to work at this place. And it was actually, we had a tractor, we would be able to drive down that main road until we got to this little trail. So I didn't feel or remember it being such a, I mean, it's not a long hike, but I didn't remember it even being this long. So I think maybe that's what it was. I was thinking about that. I used to drive the tractor down. Anyway, it's beautiful. Temperatures are great. No bugs. Sounds of birds. It's just about perfect. So that's the part of the creek that's running down to that river I was just at. I was also just now walking through the trail. There's some wet spots on the trail, and they're full of little tadpoles, so I bet you pretty soon there's gonna be a whole lots of sounds of frogs at night. This trail just has all kinds of cool things to look out. More wildflowers. I'm looking forward to the family coming to at least visit, and the kids, and bring Valley down here and come for a nice little hike for the day. I don't know if I should do it or not, but you know, I'm from Nevada County, and that's where we moved from. So we had the South Yuba. So to compare rivers to this one, this is the first one I've been to here in North Carolina, like up close. And I've always said South Yuba is probably the most beautiful river I've seen. Crystal clear and beautiful on the rocks. So probably not a fair comparison, but I still say that river's the best. But moving water, and this had sandy bottom. It was kind of nice to stand in it, and the setting was beautiful. There's that creek again. So yeah, I don't know if this is some kind of a trail that anybody knows about or not, but it was really quiet out here. I did not hear anybody. I did not hear any animals except birds. Did not see anybody. Very peaceful and quiet. All right, back to the spring. Filling up with water. Nice to have a natural drinking fountain along the trail. All right, back to the trailhead. You know what the trailhead is? You don't get to say this very often. The trailhead is where I live. Kinda. The trail officially starts on the other side of the property, which I've shown you guys many times, but I just kind of thought it was funny that how often is it that you just walk out your front door onto a trail. So 3 3.5 miles according to my Garmin. Almost 12:30. So that was kind of doing a little bit of walking around down there at the river, and then stopping and getting the water on the way back. But it was great. I enjoyed it. I did run into somebody on the way out. There was one guy walking his dogs. So it's been a while since I've hiked, and I'm obviously out of shape a bit. Did a lot of sitting when we were putting on 9,000 miles driving around the country, and then getting here and looking for jobs and looking at property and stuff. You're not getting out and doing much walking for distances. So today was a great day to do it. It was wonderful, and I'm glad I did it. So I'm reminding everybody to spend time in nature if you can, and I apologize to those who don't like the way the channel's going. If you don't, I'm sorry. I'm trying to kind of blend what our family's doing for those who want to keep up on us and maybe come hang out with us when we get a place, and anybody that's interested in the research of trying to find a place to live and all those kind of things, and then kind of tagging it onto my used to be channel of hiking and being out in nature and stuff. So anyway, hope you guys have a good day, and we'll see you on the next video.